Okay, thank you. All right, so, thank you, Dr. Brown. All right, so now we go into a colon demo, and this is basically just gonna give you an idea of how the average person holds 20 pounds of stool within them, okay? Especially when you haven't done a detox and cleaned your colon. Now, the importance is to follow low glycemic, not only for obviously your health and digestion, but what happens with the colon is that there's these little hairs called villi in there. That's what absorbs the nutrition, the vitamins and the minerals from your food. And if your colon is not cleaned out, your body's not able to absorb all those nutrients and vitamins, okay? If you can't see, please come closer. So I would like some volunteers. What is your name?
Diana.
Hi, Diana. Come on up, Diana. Let's give her a round of applause. Okay, Diana, you're going to help feed me on a typical American diet. Okay? Thank you. You from Connecticut? All right. Okay, so Diana, we are very busy. You do work?
I do.
You do. Do you have children?
No.
No children. Okay. Well, even you're still busy though, right?
Go to school, work.
Okay, you go to school, you go to work, so you wake up in the morning, we're so exhausted from working and going to school and studying all night that we keep hitting the snooze button, right? Snooze, snooze, snooze. Finally, we decide that we have to get out of bed. So we don't have time to cook and prepare breakfast for ourselves. And the television says that everyone runs on Dunkin', right? So we're just gonna go, now we have a drive-through. We don't even have to get out of the car. We just drive through that Dunkin' Donuts. Could I have a number 2, please, number 3, please, just like when we're getting our fast foods. So Diana, I would love sweet coffee, light and sweet, please. So extra milk, you have extra saturated fat that you're starting your day off with. Okay, coffee obviously has caffeine in it, which depletes the minerals and vitamins within our body, and we want it extra sweet because we need to wake up. So we're gonna have some high glycemic sugar. So pour that down. Thank you. You're good, you're good. Yeah, it is, it's very messy. Eating like this is very messy. All right, you're good, you're good. We need a little bit because when we get to work, we know that it's Samantha's birthday, and she's gonna bring in some cake or some donuts. We were trying to decide what donut to buy, maybe one with sprinkles, but we decided to go with the Boston cream. Has that extra filling in there, extra creamy. So what happens here is that we're increasing our insulin levels and spiking them so high because this is just filled with sugar. You have flour in here, enriched flour, white flour. Think of flour as paste, okay, glue going into your body. You have the cream, look at that, oh, so delicious. And then the coating of the chocolate that if you leave it out, it actually turns hard, okay? So think about what's happening on the inside. So could you chop that up for me just a little bit? Thank you so much. And we're gonna put it down, we only have 10 minutes now before our boss. And don't forget, when we put food in our mouth, it just stays right there, exactly. We don't stick our fingers down our throat. Hopefully. Oh no, I want that whole bagel. Hurry up. My boss is later. I want the whole donut, excuse me.
You didn't drink your whole coffee.
Oh, we will, don't worry. And then we're gonna have probably another one later because what happens is that we get that rush and then we crash again and then we need another coffee. So we're on a roller coaster caffeine ride all day long. So may I have the rest of my coffee, please? That was delicious. I'm ready to work. Get back to that desk and ready to work. Thank you so much. So now you're working and you didn't have time to prepare your lunch. So you're gonna go to the cafeteria and nowadays the sandwich either comes with fries or it comes with potato chips. You don't really it gives you the option sometimes, but you're hesitant to, let me opt out and get the salad, the side salad with the sandwich. So this is the typical American diet, some white flour sandwich. Even if they say it's whole wheat, it's flour, it's processed, okay? It's still enriched, so chop that up. What do we got here?
You have some veggies there.
Oh, so we have some veggies, we have some lettuce. So we feel like we're making a good decision. And some fried chicken and bacon. Let's add some extra protein. Bacon, real healthy, more trans fat, saturated fat. For those of you that, okay, come on, we'll do that. Thank you so much. You're a great help. Feed me, baby. Now, we think that we're eating the right thing because it's chicken, but it's fried. And when something is fried, especially when you don't fry it yourself, and heat and oil is being reheated, like your diners. Anybody go to a diner? Nobody goes to a diner? You don't have diners in Connecticut?
Yes.
Every Sunday, okay. So the oil that they use, they're not switching out. What is your name?
Chris.
Chris, oh, Chris, they're not switching out that oil, especially for Chris. Chris is here, we're gonna give her brand new oil. That doesn't happen, okay? So what happens is that the oil has been reheated, and the chemical bond changes, so that's how it becomes trans fat. Now I'm getting a little thirsty, and the vending machine has soda in there, and I would love a nice Coca-Cola. Now Coca-Cola, just like many products on the market, in the supermarket, wherever you may go, have high fructose corn syrup. Does anybody know what high fructose, excuse me, I just burped. Okay, thank you very much, that's good. And then I would like some chips with my sandwich. Anybody know what high fructose corn syrup is? No? It's in almost everything you might have in your home, like your ketchup, your A1 sauce, your condiments. It is a preservative, but it's a sweetener, and it's artificial. Just think of it as poison, okay? So when you go home and you look at things that are in your refrigerator, if it has high fructose corn syrup, even breads, they put high fructose corn syrup in it, and it said 100% whole wheat on the front. So they try to trick you, has high fructose corn syrup in. So you're increasing your insulin even more now. You have your French fries that are fried, your potato chips that are fried, made from white potato, okay? But they're irresistible. Aren't they irresistible? Not really? Okay, good. I like the attitude. Okay, so we're gonna have just a little bit more sandwich. We're gonna save the other half for on the way back home.
Dinner.
For dinner. If we don't have time. Or maybe we'll even put it in the refrigerator at work and save it for the next day. Okay, so do you see what's happening here? It's very hard for our colon to really work properly and to have proper digestion with this type of eating. Okay? Now we're gonna continue, and we didn't bring a fruit for a snack. And what happens is that we're going to see our friend during our break. We have a 5-minute break, and we're going to go see our friend. And we pass by the vending machine, and they have a chocolate bar. So now you're constantly craving sweets. You do that for me. Thank you so much. You're constantly craving sweets because of the insulin levels. Your cravings go up for more and more sugar. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're going to have a couple bites of our chocolate bar. And we're just going to add more sugar, hydrogenated oils. We could have even looked at the label. And now, I'm sure you know that this is all bad for you, but I'm giving you a visual of what happens on the inside, okay? Thank you very much. We'll save that for later. Now, we're very busy. We have to pick up the kids from school. Then we have to take them to their dance class, their football practice, whatever it may be. So you didn't have time to prepare dinner. And the kid has to get to the game or to the practice. So we take the kids to the game, and then after, they're starving. Mommy, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And where do the kids like to go? To their fast food places. So we stop by our Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, whatever's fast, quick, and easy. It's not inexpensive, but it's fast, quick, and easy. And we're gonna get ourselves, it says 100% pure beef. Pure beef we're having here, okay? You do not know where this meat is coming from, and honestly, I don't think you really want to. So let's take a look what's on this nice, hearty double cheeseburger. It's white flour. We have our mayo, which is saturated fat. We have our fiber here. not bad. We have our little pickle, okay? We have our processed cheese. It looks like plastic. And when did you buy this morning?
Yeah.
Okay, look at that, look at this, look at that. Okay, it looks like plastic, okay? And then more of the white flour. So, look, 100% pure beef. 100% pure beef, delicious, right? Okay, so long story short, we're going to eat our cheeseburger.
Uh-oh.
We're taking French fries from the kids' back seat, right? And there it goes, down our throat. Processed food, you have no idea what the ingredients are, and perhaps you may not want to know if you're eating something like this. We're going to teach you, you can have a cheeseburger, but we're going to teach you what breads to put it on, what meat to cook with, and how to really have something that tastes good, but that is so healthy for you, and that's high in fiber and high in protein. And of course, with the burger, we have to have the French fries. And the French fries have been fried in oil that over and over and over again. So it's extremely high in trans fat, extremely high in saturated fat. We never just eat one fry. And also, what do we like to eat with the French fries? Ketchup. Okay, thank you. Now, when you take a look at ketchup, I really want you to visualize this, and I like the fact that it's clear on the back for you to see. 33% of what's in this package is pure sugar. 33% of what is in here is pure sugar, in addition to the high fructose corn syrup. Oh, they have natural flavoring. Do you know that ketchup in today's cafeteria is one of the food groups? Ketchup is one of the food groups. Not tomatoes, ketchup. So you can see what our children are learning in school. They're not getting the education that they need. So it begins with you to bring it back home and educate them. Okay, so we're going to put some high fructose corn syrup and 33% sugar into our colon. Now, what happens is that you constantly are going to have indigestion, and this is where we get our acid reflux, and then we have to take more medication. But what you will learn is that we have something called enzymes. Oh, the enzymes are on that end. But we have something called enzymes that you can have to aid in digestion and acid reflux. However, on the way home, I need a little bit more energy now because I still have to go home, we have to wash the clothes, we got to get the kids ready for school tomorrow, give them baths and whatnot. So I heard on TV that Crystal Light, there's this lady that looks really skinny and she drinks Crystal Light. So I think I'll get skinny from Crystal Light, and plus it's labeled energy. But when you look in the ingredients, it has all sweeteners like maltodextrin, aspartame, which is in most diet drinks. Aspartame affects our neurological system, okay, so you should not be having it. And children, of course, should not be having it either, okay? So this is Crystal Light here for us, so we're gonna have, it's mixed already, ready to go. So we're gonna have some Crystal Light, more sweeteners. Think about all the sugar that is going into our body. No wonder why we have aches and pains. No wonder why we wake up a year or 6 months after and say, where did this weight come from? What did I do? What did I eat in the past 6 months? You thought that you were making those great decisions, but you were actually not. Okay, and at home, then finally we're in bed at 11 o'clock and we're watching TV, and we might have a couple more potato chips, or we might have some popcorn, okay, fattening, some chocolate, whatever it may be, and then this is how we end our day. So I would like you to see, and without even finishing our complete meal, what your colon and what's really looks like and how your body is affected from this type of diet. Thank you very much for your help. It was a pleasure. You did great. Now we're gonna take, I need another volunteer. Thank you. Okay, I would like to show you now, following a low, here you go. My hands are a little dirty. Following a low glycemic lifestyle, what your colon will look like. Okay, you want to hydrate your body with at least 64 ounces of water. We are going to start our day off with our isotonic multivitamin, where if it says that you're getting 5,000 units of something, you actually are because of the delivery system. So that's over here in this. Thank you very much. So we're going to drink our vitamins first thing in the morning. You want to drink your vitamins on an empty stomach because the pyloric valve opens up. The vitamin dumps into the small intestine, and your body's able to digest it in 95 to 100% in 5 to 10 minutes. And the reason why our body is able to do that is because our isotonic supplements have the same pH level and tonicity as our tears and the saliva. So our body recognizes it as nothing to digest. So you're able to get that absorption. We're gonna have a high protein and high fiber lifestyle now, okay? The cleanest protein and very high in protein is your egg whites. This is a beautiful egg white omelet. Would you like to show our friends here? And it's filled with delicious vegetables, which vegetables are your fiber. And you always want to remember that anything that you're eating, you always want to combine protein and fiber. And that's because you could put, okay, I'm not starting, thank you. And you can balance your sugar levels from combining high protein and high fiber. So you never just want to eat a piece of chicken. You want to have some fiber with that, which is vegetables. And we get into different things like chia seeds and flax seeds and other fiber-related products. Yeah, I want the whole thing. It's very important to eat. I have to eat in order to get fit. I don't want my body to go into starvation response because it does. The next thing I eat, it's just going to store as fat because it doesn't know when I'm going to feed it next. All right, Chris, thank you so much. I'm very thirsty. I love water. Many of us don't drink water because it's just too bland. Put lemon, lime, and crushed mint in your water. It's psychological sometimes. Many of us don't like it because we see a big bottle of water and then we get nervous because we don't happily drink all that water. But what happens is that if you put it in a smaller bottle, it's like 2 sips. And you lay them out, about 8 of them, and then you don't realize that you actually drank a lot of water. Okay, so then when it's snack time, we'll have some protein, or we're gonna have our fruit. So what would you like to have? Would you like to have carrots, strawberries, or edamame?
Strawberries.
Okay. And don't forget, you're going to be chewing your food. So these are cut a little thicker than how it gets when you chew your food. And we're going to have our strawberries. Okay, we're going to have our fresh fruit. Now, there are certain fruits and fruits that are higher on the glycemic index than others, but we're going to teach you which ones you should have in the amount. Okay, because it's not just the impact that the food has on the glycemic index, it's also the glycemic load, the amount, and not going over the serving size. For some fruits you may, like blueberries has a very low glycemic load. You can have the 2 servings. May I have some more water, please? Thank you very much. So now it's lunchtime, and we did take time in caring about ourselves, so we prepared our food. And we made some salmon and vegetables. And a beautiful salad, you can put whatever you want in it. So here we have our protein. Salmon is very high in omega-3, so that's a good fat. You will learn that in week 3. You can break it up for me, please. So, thank you. You're great. So we have our protein, we have our fiber, which is our vegetables, and there's also chickpeas in here, garbanzo beans, which is a low glycemic food. And that is introduced into week 2 because we slowly introduce low glycemic carbohydrates into your body, and that's in your beans. Very high in protein and very high in fiber. That's good, yeah. Okay, now we're gonna have more water. This is a long stocking. Long collar. So what's usually gonna happen, the strawberries are a little thick, but what usually happens is that you can see that it's much thinner, okay, than what you have here so far, okay? Well, yes. So here, even if we try to squeeze through, you still have things that are stuck, okay? All right, so now it's snack time, and we're going to have some carrots or edamame. What would you like to have? Okay. So the edamame is very high in protein and very high in fiber. And the first week, even during detox, you can have edamame, and the reason is because it's a vegetable protein, okay, not an animal protein. So you can have edamame. It's like such a shame, right? This food looks so good. I could have eaten it today. And eventually, you'll see that we will be going to the bathroom. And it's going to be a much easier deposit. How many of us go to eliminate 2 to 3 times a day? Good. You should be going, really removing your bowels 2 to 3 times a day. We could have more water, please. That would be great. And then for dinner, because we prepared the night before, we have some delicious couscous, which is very high in fiber. And unlike other diets out there that tell you not to have carbohydrates, like your Atkins, you're taking away 25 to 30 grams of good fiber that you're supposed to be taking in order to help your digestive tract. So couscous, I see that you've got the Israeli mixed couscous. I love that one. With your protein, which is your grilled chicken, and your vegetables. And you can have a half a cup cooked of your good grains. And you can have 4 to 6 ounces of your protein. Some of us don't even realize that we're not even really eating enough. That's good. And then we're going to have some water. This was a lot of food. And at night, in front of the TV, we're going to eat carrots. We're not going to sit there with our potato chips. So we're going to crunch up some carrots. And we're not going to have that acid reflux because we didn't eat things that are affecting our body. Also, at the end of the evening or after your workout, you can have a protein shake. Many protein shakes on the market are 21 grams of protein and they have 1 gram of fiber. And they have all sweeteners in there that are increasing your insulin. So with our transitions program, there's actually a great protein shake that is high in fiber and also high in protein. And you can put a banana in there or put some berries, and it really satisfies that sweetness. So we will, thank you so much. So the whole point is that you really want to fill up your bowl with a lot of liquid, okay? Thank you so much. And it's so delicious. Oh my gosh, I wish I had it right now. So our body is then able to digest properly, and you can have a release in bowel movement. So this is a healthier way to eating. Any questions on the colon demonstration? Thank you so much, Chris. And thank you for participating. And that's it. So I hope to see you guys soon. I hope this program is something that can help yourselves and perhaps your friends and family. We'll be here for questions, and take care, enjoy the snow, and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Just one more thing on the chickpeas, right? There's chickpeas
Yes.
and hummus,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Is it the same nutrition? Is it worse? Is it, I don't know, is it?
What, chickpeas versus hummus?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Tahini is from the sesames and it is a little higher in fat, so you want to make sure that with your chickpeas and with your hummus that you're going with a certain size, because then it just adds fat. It's high in protein and high in fiber. It depends on what's in it and how it's made. We actually give you in week 2 a really great recipe on hummus. It's from my aunt. My Pioletti's, I'm Greek, so my Aunt Elaine makes really good hummus and I include it into week 2. But good question. Of course, it's probably better to eat the chickpeas
That hummus makes
because
it
it's
much
mixed
better.
and then out of oil and whatnot, but when you have your carrots and you have your celery, it's great to have homemade hummus. Or if you go to your natural food store that doesn't put added preservatives into their products, then it's okay to have. But you always want to remember not to get tricked by the serving size, because what happens is that you look at the package and it only says, say, 400 milligrams of sodium, but that's for 1 serving. Or it says 4 grams of fat, but that's only for 1 serving, and the bag is 4 servings, and you think you can eat the whole bag. Exactly, exactly. Good questions. Anyone else? We're good? Well, thank you very much. It was great being here, and we'll be back.